These real have a unique feature to them. You can pull this pop pin out, spin it around here to the top notch, and you're able to actually pivot the wheels up and down the driveway where you want to work. So it's nice to be able to pivot that around, drop the pin back in when it's done. Now here is the key, which is nice because we got open area now. This drain here, this is actually a solid, part of a cone-shaped solid separation tank. And actually the feeder hose to the pump is up here.
Okay.
Okay, so that you can see that clear line going up to the top of the cone area.
Yeah.
The key with that is, that's where all your sand, your debris that gets past that 1,000 micron basket filter is going to go. You want to drain that frequently. If you're doing a lot of sandy, dirty area where you're vacuum surface cleaning and you got a lot of debris, if you let that fill up too high and it gets up into this suction hose that's tapped in up top here, you'll get mud and debris, or sand and mud into it. It's going to pump into that transfer pump, which is right here. And on the same benefit of what it's supposed to do, it's going to pump through the pump, up the line here, and into your filter cartridges.
Right.
So you can blindside your filters just because you neglected that free drain there for your, you know, so that happens every now and then when you got a lot of sand, a lot of debris, a lot of dirt, a lot of recovery, and you forget about it. It's easy to forget. Yeah, it's something that you do, kind of could even do every hour, every couple times. It really just depends on your debris.
Right.
But that's probably the most important drain on the whole system. And maintenance on that, other than your oil and your maintenance on the power washer. So basically, when we run this, we're going to start the engine. We'll turn the burner on. Then we'll come back up here, turn your vacuum and your transfer pump on when you need to recycle.
Yeah.
And then everything runs off the back.
Are there, is there filter media in here right now?
Yes, there's a 50 micron string filter and a 20 micron string filter. The 50 is first because it's filtering out the larger debris first.
Okay.
And 20 is finer.
Yeah.
And then your other filter, remember, this discharges out here, which actually have the garden hose fitting, so you can unscrew this if you want to connect a discharge hose here
To run it
to the grass or something like that, or a wash bay or some other area. And that clear hose is running from there to the top of the tank, and now you get your final filter, which is that 5 micron bag filter.
Okay.
And you want to keep an eye on the bag filter because it's fine material, that actually 20 micron or smaller from that filter down there to here.
Yep.
So it can be kind of heavy.
Okay.
So what you want to do is, if you forgot about this filter and drove around too much, you can rip the bag filter.
Right.
Now you got all that debris to vacuum out. Now we do recommend you vacuuming out the tank or tanks frequently as needed with a wet vac.
Yep.
Keep an eye on it, just crawl up on the fender you can stand on. Get in there, just keep everything spotless, especially your front tank, which is your supply tank.
Do you know of anybody that has run oil filter media in here?
Well, oil filter media doesn't filter oil, it just cleans dirt out of the oil.
There's like a...
There is an oil water separator type filter available.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
We use something like that on our trash car cleaning system.
Yeah.
It's a polymer type material that you can catch on there. I'm not 100%. It may be able to pump through that filter and be connected on there. If you don't have to, it's better not to, but if you did, this is an oil media, so I mean, if you're vacuuming the water out, it can go through the oil media here, the bigger booms. They do offer it, just to be able to put one in line. We'd have to double check to see what we can do on that.
Okay.
You may actually be able to connect it after the 20 micron
Right.
and before the tank.
Yeah.
If you want it before then to save the filters, how much oil are you talking about dealing with? I mean,
Stuff from service station surfaces.
oh no, you don't need it. Normally you don't need it for, most service stations are dry oil, unless you got a real huge oil spill, which you're not going to find. It's more like an emergency hazmat issue.
Yeah.
Dry oil shouldn't make much impact on that 50 micron, 20 micron should handle most of that.
So
If-
it'll remove that oil for the most part?
Yeah, it's going to catch up into the string filter in there. The string filter is a literally string, you know, like twine string,
Yep.
and it just absorbs a lot. But if you did need or want, we could see if we can incorporate something on that. Haven't had to in 30 years, though.
Okay.
Well, these have been out for about 15 years, so since then. So here are the, there's a T400 trailer with a 35 at 8 gallon hot water machine with dual operator. And Swede Hydrochem Systems.